Yeah, but don't forget, okay, please give me a thumbs up button. Click the thumbs up, a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. And also don't forget to drop me a nice comment, okay? And guys, hey, before I also forget, I know one of you guys keep asking for Italian. Guys, listen, I did put it there. It's YouTube that translate to Italian. All you have to go is go to your settings. If you go to your settings on your YouTube, you can change the language to Italian, and it will go. If that option is not available, the closed captioning is also there. You can also use closed captioning. Go to the settings and set it to Italian. It will translate it. Okay, so yeah, but it's not me. I have all the languages selected for YouTube to dub them all. Okay. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Ah la la. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of water from my Casper Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Casper. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, yeah, Kasongo, yeah. I try to tell you, right? If you listen, great. If you did not, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, but hey, we're gonna look at market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we'll check at prices in details, and once we're done with that, we will check on our scalping positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, guys, listen, generational wealth is changing hands right now. How do I know this? Guys, you guys remember Larry Finks, right? The guy who was saying Bitcoin is money laundering, a scam, and all that stuff. Now he's flipped, talking about no, it's not even Bitcoin anymore. He's not even advocating for Bitcoin. He's saying tokenizing assets on blockchain. Okay, that's what it is coming now. And everybody and their grandmama is running, yeah, we're doing this, yeah. What they are not telling you is the simple truth. The simple truth about it. Yesterday we talked about stable coins. Stable coins are coming in, and people started to realize, like, okay, stable coins cannot just be, because I say stable coin is backed 1-to-1 to the dollar. No, we are going to the how do I say this? Excuse me. We are going to the point that now you have to have it. The reserves has to be there. You have to prove it. Therefore, we started talking when Trumpicius Magicius said it. He said you're going to be backed with U.S. treasuries, which is the biggest thing on earth, like the reserve currency and all that stuff, right? So you're going to have it backed by that. So that will also give us a chance at getting exposure to the U.S. treasuries. Those of us who are investing in ETFs and bonds and stuff like that, that is good for us, because again, like I told you, it's generational wealth. That is another way that you, my friend, can be rich. Because imagine, okay, imagine these $30 trillion markets going into tokenizing, or let's just take stable coins alone. People start to use U.S. treasuries to try to get as many stable coins as possible. That will pump the price of U.S. treasuries, and you want to be part of that movement. See what I usually tell you, right? This is my millionaire journey. I'm not just going into crypto. I'm going to different things that will make me money. Therefore, when you look at it, the demand of U.S. treasuries, because everybody is using stable coins, and that is not an if, it's when. Because we already know, like, first of all, if for you transactions on stable coins are instant. Okay, depends on the blockchain you are using, which I'm gonna touch on that in a second. But transactions on stable coins are instant. people, businesses, not just you and me sending money. I'm talking about corporations, big companies, employment, paying payroll, stuff like that. Going, say, gold, tokenizing gold, silver, tokenizing even your house, and things like that. Okay, people are going to want to use that kind of stablecoin system. And again, even if you are not buying any other thing, my friend, start looking at US bonds. Start looking at them. I'm not saying you should wait. For me, those kind of investments, I don't care what the price of the US bonds are doing right now. I don't care. I keep on just buying. You can minimize that exposure for any kind of risk by going into an ETFs or even some kind of things like that to minimize in case things go sideways. But again, if you are going to be afraid of losing your money, then you should stay broke. Don't try to take any risk. Understand? It's a different thing when you know what you want and you already know, listen, by 2030, I do not want to be sitting here having the same amount of money. By 2030, if I haven't crossed my first $1 million, at least let me cross my first $3 million. That's the kind of thing you should be saying. Okay? You should look at it. Normally, people look at investments and they try to see it day to day. And that, my friend, I've been saying is the wrong way to do this. Listen, like for example, you guys do know I give you a link below, which is Acorn. Okay, I'll use Acorn as an example. If you're investing $20 every week on Acorn, right? At the end of the first year, you are not going to see much. Your investment should be at least $500 to $600 that year. But what you are not paying attention to is that, first of all, there are some ETFs, there are some bonds and whatever that pay you interest, right? I'm just going to throw out an example out there. Imagine that $600 that you invested that first year, you got an average yield of, let's say $30, right? That's the first one. You are doing compounding, so you take that $30, put it into the 600. Now, you start the second year, it's not going to be with $600. Now you're starting that year with $630, and don't forget, you're adding $30 or $20 every week, right? Which means the dividends you are going to get back are going to be even higher. You see, by the time you end the second year, you don't have $600 anymore. Now you have probably $1,500 or maybe $2,000 in there, and your dividend that year could be, let's say, for example, $100. That's the second year, right? By the third year, you are not starting with $600. Now you are starting with $2,000, okay? Plus the $20 you keep adding into it. Now, you start to see the fruit of your labor after the third year. Because after the third year, for you to get $30 at the end of the year means every month they must have been paying you dividends of what? Let's say $2, $3 or something like that. But by the time your investment has grown up to $4, $5 grand, your investment monthly, you start to see it that is now like what? $10. You start to see, right? Let's say 10 years later, your total investment is now $40,000 or $50,000, which tells you your monthly would now be around $300 or $500. You see, this is the kind of wealth that you make. For me, it's a very good way of getting your retirement. Okay, because that's the kind of things you do, not even looking at. Let it keep on compounding, and after 30 years or something, you look at it, it's worth $5 million. And that's how easy it is done. That's one way. Now, the second way is going to be looking at blockchain or blockdag, however you want to see it. Okay, now we're talking about getting paid to the US Treasuries. There are also USDG, which is a stable coin that is pegged to gold, right? To gold, because most people are not going to be like, you know what? Some people are going to be like, yeah, I think gold is more of a store of value. I'd rather have a stable coin that is pegged to gold, which price is getting held by how much gold is, right? That's also another one that is coming. But everybody and their grandmama looking at that, you see everybody jumping. Yeah, we're going to get this, or we're going to get that. What the people are not telling you is that Uncle Sam is not going to let you have that for free. Trumpicius Magicius, my friend, is not gonna let you have it for free. I told you, no matter what you do, the government wants to know who, when, how, and how much. And those things are already started to happen right now. We do have BlackRock tokenizing stuff on Ethereum, for example. Okay, now they know they're keeping it on the private layers, or private how do I say it, on a private mode. You know, it's not going public yet. They're using Uniswap, which is, again, everybody and their grandmama thought it was, yeah, it's a good thing trying to put $1 trillion asset on Uniswap, but it's not public. It's not. It's just for them only, which means the same control that you are running away from is still there. Because for BlackRock, for you to trade on there, on that their tokenized asset, they need to know who, when, and how. And those guys, if you lose, even if you lose your seed phrase, they can go and recover those funds. Even those funds you send them across, they can reverse them. They can even choose who sends something and who does not send. They know. So yeah, if you start looking at it and everybody start to jump left and right, like, yeah, we're getting tokenized assets for the entire broader crypto market, you have to understand something. One of the rules, okay, when you go read that document, one of the rules written there is KYC. Now you ask yourself, do you mind doing KYC, or do you want to stay broke? Like I said yesterday, I have nothing to hide for me. It's like, for example, if I told you guys the example yesterday, if I invested, let's say $10, and that $10 makes me $100, Uncle Simon Trumpicius comes and slaps a 20% tax on it, I will gladly give it to you. I don't have no problem with that. I'll give it to you because, hey, my $10 will be worth $80. I don't care if I have to pay you that 20%. But there are people who are so greedy that don't understand. They rather try to be broke. At the end of the day, when you can skip the law as much as you want, but sooner than later you get caught. And once you get caught, you will pay worse than the 20% that you should have paid in the first place. Right? So that is how it is. That's how it works. Now we have it, and you start to think about it. Why are they having a closed net, BlackRock, when it comes to tokenizing? They know. I'm telling you guys, Ethereum cannot handle the volume. Ethereum cannot handle the volume. If they start, because right now I think it's like $7 billion the total tokenized assets right now combined. If you put all that in Ethereum, you crash it. You crash Ethereum. You can't handle it. Crashilandia cannot handle it neither. Can't. But you see people who are just like, try to follow green candles. And at the end of the day, they get burnt. You and I, we are here to make money. We are not here to lose it. This is my millionaire journey. We are trying to make as much money as possible, right? So you start looking at that. And I like I said, this is when Casper plays a very, very big role. Very big role. I know if I tell you, yeah, Casper could reach $300, a lot of people are going to call me crazy. But that is something, as time goes by and you start to see this start to play out, that is when I'm going to laugh about it. Okay, like right now, yesterday after I made my video with stablecoins, the guy said, oh, you talking about it, but Casper looks like it could go back to 1 cent or even below. And I said, that's fine. That's fine by me, because if Casper goes to 1 cent, trust me, I am going to reach to 2 million Casper coins. I am going to get there, or at least 1.5 million. That is what I'm praying for. But you look at it and you start looking at guys, say, okay, you expecting Casper to run right now. Casper is actually doing great compared to the amount of development that we have going on. Casper is doing great, because if it was anything else, with no ecosystem, with no stable coin, with nothing on it, it would have crashed to oblivion already. But again, because the market is bleeding, some people only want to see Casper. And instead of using that mentality, I always tell you guys, watch the blood. That is when you are supposed to be piling up everything. The blood, watch it. Because right now, you see, a lot of things have started. Oh yeah, tokenized asset, that's where your money is going to be. And you ask yourself, on what chain do you think tokenized assets are going to perform better? That's when you start looking at stuff and you start to go like, okay, Crashilandia can handle it. The dying one cannot handle it. Okay? Even Hakilandia can do nothing of that. Leads only one person, Casper. And when Casper gets these VPROCs going May 5th, you will start understanding it. People are like, well, you are not looking at stuff. For me right now, just looking at where development is going, by the time we hit summer this year, Casper is going to be very, very way far from where we are right now. That does not mean that we can't crash. Like I've been telling you guys, I've been scalping the market. Yeah, market is crashing. Market is going to go down. Yesterday, everyone, their grandmama, yeah, we are pumping, we are going up. And I was like, nope, I am shorting. I'm shorting. So what do you see today? I'm about to show you my position, the scalping position, see how they're doing. But yet, everybody and their grandmama looks at you, they try to see, as if you are talking jargon, right? That's what it is, as if you're talking jargon, because everybody's so beat up that they want the bull run to continue right now. But that is not how it works. That's not how it works. At this moment, what you need to be looking for are those things that are going to make you that money. I told you, 10,000 Caspers. If you start with 10,000 Caspers today, before you know it, by 2030, you are going to have a lot of money. It's not going to be millions, no, but it's going to be way, I can tell you, 100 times better than what you are today. 10,000 Casper right now costs you what, $300, give or take? Okay, now watch this. Let's just say by the end, those of you who don't believe it, because for me, I think Casper is a $10 coin in the immediate short term. But let's just say, let me be bearish like everybody else. Let's say by the end of next bull run, Casper is $1. Now, your $300 is worth $10,000, right? Now, you play that game, like I always tell you guys here, you cut it into 4. That is the way I do with my stuff. My paycheck, everything I do, I cut it into 4. Okay, so when you cut it into 4, you have $2,500. Okay, which you can put in your savings account for your rainy days. Right? Don't forget it. Your rainy days is very important. You always have to have money in case you're sick, for your kid falls sick, your car breaks down, or whatever that is happening. You need to have that rainy day check. You put $2,500 in one. The next $2,500 you put in your savings account. Okay? The next $2,500 you can, if you're the type that goes on a vacation. Me, I don't care about those things right now. Let me get my money first, then I can think about vacation. But if you're the type that goes on a vacation, you want to feel good about yourself, the third $2,500, that's the money for that. Go on a vacation, go have a good time and return. And the last $2,500, that is when you use to buy your Casper. You buy it because if Casper goes to $1, it is guaranteed that it's going to fall back down again. Okay, it's going to come back down. But that's what I'm telling you. 10,000 Caspers is not going to make you rich, but it's going to get you in that groove. Okay, but let's just say you say, fuck it, this year I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to hold my Casper. Okay, I'm just going to hold it until let's see how the market goes the second bull run. Right now you have $5,000. Casper goes from $1 all the way back down to probably 20 cents. Right now, do your math. Okay, look, do your math. It's not even far away. If you look at it, let's say a calculator. If Casper goes back 20 cents and you have $5,000 divided by 0.2, now you have 25,000 Caspers. Right? Now you have 25,000 Caspers, and we already know the market, things like Casper, which is the real Bitcoin, usually double or triple its price the bull run after that. And now you're talking about, for you, because for me, I think it's going to be way higher than that. You that who don't believe in it, okay? You that who thinks it's not going to go that high, let's just say the bull run after that, Casper goes to $5 or $3. Now you have $75,000. You repeat again. Cut into 4, okay? 1/4 into your savings, 1/4 into your rainy day check. Now you look at it. If you want to keep the 50% just there to buy Casper when it drops some more, or do you just want to do your thing? Or to make things easier for you, instead of selling everything and cut into 4, just sell 50% and hold 50. Because once Casper starts to go, let's say $3, $4, $5, you will never see 20 cents again. You'll never see it again. So you just sell 50%, hold the rest, and now the other 50% is what you cut into 4. Therefore, you are going to have you money to invest. You don't understand it? It's the same thing, because right now 25, let's say it went $3.75, okay? You divide that into half, okay? Times of half. Oh, come on. You divide that into half. Let's say excuse me. Excuse. Man, I don't know what I was trying to swallow. Something went in the wrong way. Anyways, yeah, you divide it into 2, which is half, right? That gives you $37,000, okay? $37,000. Now, this one you divide into 4. Now you have $9,375, right? That's how you do it. So you start again. Repeat the whole process again. 9,000 into your rainy days, 9,000 into your savings, 9,000 into you going on vacation if that's what you want to do, and you still have another $9,000 to buy Casper. Let's just say Casper goes from let's say $3 all the way back down to what, 70 or $80, 80 cents. Let's say 70 cents, okay? You repeat the same thing again. Now you buy Casper at 70 cents, and you now have 13,000 Caspers plus the 50% you had before, right? The 50% you had before, if you add it into it. So your stash starts to grow even faster than you even think. You remember the first run, you only had like what, 2,500? Second run, now you're talking about $9,000. Third run, when Casper starts to hit that $10 and stuff like that, you are now going to have probably $20,000 or $30,000 to invest. That's the easiest or conservative way you can use when you are only starting with 10,000 Caspers. And that's what I've been telling you. If you don't believe in Casper, start right there. But if you're a max believer like me, guys, I don't think I have enough. Every 2 weeks I buy Casper. I already told you guys. I'm waiting again because, like I said, the market looks ugly. When the market drops again, guess what? Because if Bitcoin goes all the way down to 37, because I don't think we're going to drop, the bear market is not going to drop Bitcoin to 80%. No, I think it's going to be around 65 to 70%, something like that, which if you put it from all-time high, is going to put Bitcoin around $42,000 to $38,000 thereabout. So that's what I think will happen, and I'm watching for it, because again, it's going to be a very sharp drop. Because again, for me, I don't think the market is going to wait until November for it to bottom out. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. Because I will start watching the market closely. Like I said, April, May, that's when I will start watching the market closely, because then I will find a way to enter my legendary long positions that I usually keep for the entire bull run. That's what we're going to do. But it's up to you. Now stable coins is coming, tokenizing is coming. There is so many ways in which you can make, or you can be part of this generational wealth. If you sit on the sidelines, you are going to lose. You do not want to sit on the sideline, guys. You want to make that money. You want to be part of it. You do not want to sit on the sidelines. So again, I will say it. Look at where stable coins are doing. Look at what the government is doing. And again, it's going to be, do you want to be part of it, or do you want to cry? If you want to be part of it, you are going to have to do a KYC, whether you like it or not. Because tokenized asset is going to be, I don't see Wall Street, okay? I do not see Wall Street handing over their wealth management, okay, to a blind guy, or handing over blindly without knowing what's going on and who is behind there. I don't see that. I don't see Uncle Sam telling you, okay, you can deal on stable coins, but we don't want to know who is doing it. I don't see it. I think it's going to be either banks start sending you information on what you're doing or what you're not doing, centralized, decentralized, everybody's going to have to do it. And that, my friend, is a choice. Me, I choose to give you KYC because guess what? Generational wealth is more important to me than any whatever thing you think I'm hiding. It's more important. I'm trying to make money for me, my children, the children that comes behind them, and that way the generation after 3 generations, I would like to be up there. After I cross the bridge, I would like to be on the other side looking at my generation. They go like, yep, our great grandfather started this, and we are sitting here today being the next Rush child or something like that, or we are now multi-billionaires or multi-trillionaires. Man, I will be gladly on the other side look at that and be like, yep. One thing good about this is like these videos, they're eternity, unless YouTube crashes. One day somebody's going to be watching this and remember. They will remember. Like now we start, everybody looking at Da Vinci. When Da Vinci said buy a Bitcoin at $1, nobody paid attention to it. Now that video is a legendary thing. Like a lot of people go and look at it and go and hit their own heads on the wall. The same thing is happening right now. When I keep telling you guys, Casper is the real Bitcoin. Whatever that was designed for Bitcoin to do is what Casper is about to bring to the table. And when everybody and their grandmama finds out, it's going to be a frenzy. Have you ever seen piranhas feeding? That is what's going to happen. You want to be in Casper. You want to have that bag before the paper Casper becomes to start existing, before you start hearing about ETFs or trust funds or stake here and blah blah blah. Before you start hearing about all that, you want to be in Casper. Don't say I didn't warn you. This is how I usually start talking about it. I know people calling me right now, they are calling me delusional for telling you to start paying attention to the market April, May. I'm saying it right now. People calling me crazy, but well, it is what it is. We'll find out. We will find out. Anyways, guys, that's what I want to talk about you guys today. Okay, tokenizing is coming, and it's coming with full force. Now you have to choose. Do you want generational wealth? If your answer is yes, then get ready for KYC. There's no two ways about it. If your answer is no, yeah, you may as well stay out of it and be broke. And when you see people driving Lambos, don't hate. Just nod your head and keep on walking. Exactly like that. But anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Okay, our good friend Crypto Bubbles, as you can see. Yeah. I told you, didn't I? I told you it was a fake out. I told you you can't stop war in one day. I tried to tell you, right? Didn't I? Did I tell you? Yeah. Got some good. So what do you see now? See, it is happening. The reason why you're seeing OKX and OK, whatever you call them, they are running, okay? I told you, banks are not going to go away. They are going to evolve. Now, with the Clarity Act saying like the centralized exchanges and the rest of them, they're like, hey, if you want to have these functions, you need to regulate it as a bank. So all these exchanges, they are now applying for a banking license. I told you, Uncle Sam is not stupid. One way or another, they're going to come out winning. But hey, what do I know, right? It's up to you. It's up to you. But anyways, when we start looking at this, we see here that first of all, KAS, King Casper, for the past hour, 0.5% up, 5.4% down on the day. 3.8% down on the week, 5.4% down on the month, 58.9% down on the year, and we have here sitting at the market cap of $817.44 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $17.81 million. Okay, yeah, I'm telling you, this thing even has a potential to even drop even lower. It's gonna drop because if Bitcoin drops, unfortunately, everybody and their grandmama sells whatever that they had on their portfolio, and Casper is not immune to it. Not yet. Let's wait. Let's wait for April, May, and we'll find out the difference. Okay. But anyways, we go to the next one. QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We do have 0.7% up in the last hour, 1.3% up on the day, 3.3% up on the week, 1.6% up in the month, and 24.7% down in the year, sitting at a market cap of $964.37 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $12.63 million. Don't let it fool you. Those numbers and looking at the volume does not add up. Well, it is up to you, right? We go to the next one, which is going to be cubic right there. Cubic, high risk, high reward. We do have 0.4% down the last hour, 3.2% down on the day, 8% up on the week, 4.8% down on the month, and 57.5% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $68.28 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $1.78 million. Okay, now we go look at the Japanese Bitcoin, which we call Jasmy. We do have here 0.5% up in the last hour, 4.1% down on the day, 4.4% down on the week, 5% down on the month, and 66.4% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $279.70 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $17.48 million. Now we go look at Jonathan's pet turtle, which he called Bitcoin, and I call the orange guy. 0.2% up in the last hour, 3.6% down on the day, 5.1% up on the week, 4.4% down on the month, and 19.2% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.42 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $61.22 billion. Okay, now that's what I'm telling you. It's not time yet. Everybody and their grandmama still want to jump those hoops, like, yeah, we're back. No, we are not. We are not. The same thing we see in a bull run. Okay, we get price goes up, consolidates, keeps on going. It's the opposite that happens when it's a bear market. Price goes down, consolidates, keeps on going. Okay, we're not at the bottom yet. We're not. Hell, even with the macroeconomic breathing on our necks, with people throwing stones at each other, we are not there yet. Maybe if Trump issues comes out tomorrow and say, you know what, yeah, let's just stop throwing stones and let's see what happens. Maybe the market start to recover, which again, given the efficiency of the U.S. military, this could be probably another, like I said, 4 to 5 weeks away, or 6 or something like that. It's not going to last long. It's not going to last, okay? But well, it's up to you, right? You do you, I will do me, and God bless America. Now, let's go look at prices in details. Let's see trading view right quick. Let's see what we got going on. Everything red. Dix is the only one going up. So, yeah, I told you, they are not going to fix economy. It's all about the U.S. dollar first. See? Everything is red, but the dollar is going up. Anyways, now, let's go look at charts we do have here. Casper. I told you guys yesterday, it's not time yet, okay? It's not time. If you zoom it in, you will see something, okay? First of all, you do have a sell signal right there. That's the first thing you will see, right? You do have a sell signal. You do not want to ignore it, okay? Sell signal, when we have it, what happened to price? Down it went. Look at MACD. Okay, some people might say, yeah, it's turning to white, might turn green next, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't. Price came back. The only thing that has a ray of hope here is that we bounce. We are testing the moving average right now on the 1 hour. Okay, let's see if it holds. Although I don't think it will, but well, let's see what happens. When you look at it on the 4 hour, you start to see, like what I'm telling you, it is not going to hold because, again, what do you see? You have a sell signal right here. Price is already broken below the ribbon, and look at the MACD, red, and it's still going down. So yeah, more price going down is coming. So it's up to you, right? If you want to look at it or if you don't want to, but that's what I'm seeing right now. And on top of that, look at the moving average pointing downwards, right? So those are the things that I look at. You look at it on the daily. Let's see, there is no difference. Daily is even showing you even more. MACD went from green to white. This thing usually turn another white, then before you see it, it's going to turn red, and then down we go. Moving average pointing downwards, ribbon going downwards, and it is red. So yeah, it's not time yet. Therefore, for me, I'm looking at this and I'm telling you, anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. Okay, trade, day trade, swing trade, whatever you want to do, or scalp the market. For me, I think scalping the market is more safer, so that's what I'm doing. I'm scalping the market. Above that, we do have 15 cents. Once we conquer that, we start looking at 18 cents, and then all-time high will be the next. Before you know it, we will be in price discovery. Now, the next one I'm also looking at is going to be QNT, the banker's coin, right? When you look at the banker's coin, let's see. Like yesterday, I was telling you guys, be careful with this, right? Everybody and their grandmama, yeah, we are back. Yeah, no, we are not back. It's scalping the market. Guys, just wait for a second, okay? Today, we had a sell signal, and before you know it, there was a buy signal. Here usually be confusion because you have a sell signal and a buy signal, and then you look at the MACD, did not even flip correctly. We usually have this thing go from red to white, white to green. It did not flip correctly. Now we just went from white and we start to see a little bit green. This could be flipped right back to white, and that, or even right back to red, and that, my friend, is a big trap, like you can see right here. Okay, you see this? You see what I'm seeing? It can happen right there. See how it was from red to white, and before you know it, everybody, their mama, were looking at this saying, yeah, price is going up, and bam, flip back again, red, and up we went. And this one was a smaller version compared to this. This is something way bigger. So you have to be very careful when it comes to this. I'm telling you, if Bitcoin reverses today and way down to gobbling down, like I think we are going to do, because Bitcoin has more momentum to drop than going upwards based on what we are looking at, guys, I am saying it and I'm saying it again. You guys have to be very, very careful, right? But I know a lot of people are not going to pay attention to it. People are still going to do them, and God will still bless America, right? So it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, that's what it is. If you look about that, if you look at it on the daily, nothing has changed. It's still the same, right? Nothing has changed. Do not get played. There's nothing. So yeah, for me, yeah, I'm just paying attention to this and be laughing about it, because again, anything under $125 is nothing but noise. Okay, above that we do have 151, then 164. If things goes our way, 176 will be the next target, and before you know it, we'll be looking at 230. Above that is all-time high, and then price discovery. All you have to do is chill, relax. Now, for those of you looking at stuff, you have to look at, first of all, gold. Okay, if you look at gold first, what do you see? With people throwing stones at each other, again, I don't believe how people are just keep pouring money into this. It has even went down from it dropped, because like again, you can't keep on going in a parabola like this. This is very dangerous, guys. This is very dangerous. This is a lot of people jumping bridges momentum type of drop that is going to happen, and you will see. So that is why I'm saying you have to be very careful with this kind of stuff. It doesn't make any sense at all what you're looking at right now, but oh well, it's up to you, right? But anyways, if you start looking at this, you look at Bitcoin, for example, you will also see the same thing. Like I've been saying, look, we haven't hit the target yet. Bitcoin, the ribbon, still red. It hasn't turned yet. Moving average, we broke the moving average. Look at that. Broke it, came above it. No, we haven't hit it yet. It's a bear flag that is forming. In every bear market, we usually have this kind of things, which you see a little bit price going up, a little bit price going down, and this and that, and blah, 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 before you know it, gobbling down. So it's not time yet. It's not time. You have to be patient. Like we say here on this channel, consistency and patience. Those two things is what you need. Anyways, yeah, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the scalping positions. Let's see how good we are doing or how bad we are doing on that thing. But before we do that, guys, remember, I do not condone leverage trading, okay? Please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. if you want to try it and you want to learn, down below I do have the links. Bydfi, Phemex, Wix, and Margex, okay? Follow the links, meet their deposit requirements, and they're going to give you free money. You get free money, take your own money out, put it back where you brought it from, and just use the free money. Take $20 and start trading. Practice. If you can turn 20 into 40, 40 into 60, 60 into 100, and so on and so forth, then you are ready. If you still cannot do it after you practice for a couple of days, my friends, keep on practicing. Because if you don't, my friend, you will lose all the free money and you'll be forced to put in your own money trying to do revenge trading, which again will lead you to Goblin Town, to be the mayor of Rex City. Okay, so don't say I did not warn you. Also, down there, I also have the link for Acorn. Acorn, like you guys already know, is what I'm using to teach my son how to trade the stock market and ETFs. Follow the link. You don't need to meet no deposit. All you have to do is follow the link. They're going to give you $5. It's not much, but it's a way to start your investment journey. Okay. Anyways, now I am only using Phemex and Wix exchange. Okay, for these scalping sessions that I'm doing on the meantime. Okay, because hey, you can make money either way. Anyways, now let's start first with Phemex. On Phemex, I'm only using King Casper, and you guys can see here, overall is sitting at $419. That's what it is, and we are scalping with Casper, which we are sitting right now at $313 in total profits. Now, those of you who still don't want to believe it, look, Bitcoin, for example, when you look here, Bitcoin. Okay, I'm gonna take it to the monthly. You need to look at the monthly, the higher time frame. You see the Williams alligator? You see how it's curving downwards, right? That, my friend, it has to curve completely. Bitcoin has to ride it before we see it curving upwards again. So that means, guys, this price action you're looking at right now is just a breather. It's a fake out. Bitcoin is not going to pump. It's not going to do that. We still have a way down to go, but well, it's up to you, right? Your problem. Anyways, now let's go look at the next one, which is going to be on Wix exchange. Here you guys can see the overall is growing pretty good. It's sitting at $1,500. Okay, now when you look at the positions, we see that here I open a couple of them, like Trump. I'm scalping on Trump, the meme coin, Trump issues. I am in profit on this one, $169. Okay, as you guys can see. The next one, Pepe, like I told you guys, your money for the meme coins is on the down when the market is going down. Okay, I'm also scalping on this one. I'm in profit here, $427. Okay, the next one, Jasmine, I'm also a profit on Jasmine, $105. Okay, on Quant, as you guys can see, I've just started. I closed the position because, like I showed you, price was going up, but I closed it and I opened it short because I'm pretty sure it's going to come back down. So on Quant right now, I am up $25. And last but not the least, King Casper, which is sitting here in profit at $420. So yeah, I'm scalping the market. As you guys can see, I'm shorting. I'm not longing. I'm shorting all my positions. Okay, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my son's Acorn account. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, come on, Acorn there, Acorn account, and we upload here. It's sitting here at $964. It's doing pretty good. Okay, so you look at his positions, and he has here 2.2% approximately. Stocks and ETFs, VOO, which is S&P 500, $440. IJH, which is medium companies, $52. We do have small companies, IJR, $25. IXUS, which is international companies, $232. And we'll have the bonds and ETFs, ISTB, which is short-term US bonds, at $53, and then AGG, which is US aggregates, sitting at $155. Now he's 9 years old. If he can do this, you can also do it. There's no two ways about it. Okay, there's no two ways. But there you have it, my friends. Wealth transfer is happening. It's up to you to choose. Do your KYC, become rich, or try to hide things, which I don't know why, and become broke. It's up to you. What are you going? Which pill are you going to take? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, also give me a comment. Don't forget something nice, or drop me an emoji. Don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we can see these videos and the family can grow. Hey, before I forget, don't forget to click a like. It's not fair that we get 400 views and we are not even getting 300 likes. It doesn't make any sense at all, okay? But anyways, guys, until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.